Welcome to the All-Star exercise. So as I said in the last video, our intention here is to put our swimming costumes on and get in the water. So let's have a look at what we're going to do. This is the All-Star exercise, and the running order of what I'm going to ask you guys to complete is as follows. The All-Star case study has 2 years of data. So I'm going to ask you to give that a read first up front. Read both years before you get underway. And then we are going to complete 4 sets of documents here. Income statement for year 1. That will then be followed by the balance sheet for year 1. So what's important is the income statement flows into the balance sheet. And once we've completed year 1, we'll move on to year 2 and do another year of income statement and balance sheet. The importance of having 2 years is it helps us later on in the case study when we want to evaluate the performance of this business. That's when we get to the analysis part of the course. But once we've completed these 4 different statements, we'll then review the numbers and see how your first go at this is coming along. So I'm going to pull into screen here the All-Star case study, All-Star agency. So this is in your material, and you're going to have to give this a little bit of a read. So I'm going to suggest that you read all of this material from beginning to end for both years, all before you even start. And then when you are ready to get underway, I've helped you out here in the first year by identifying items that belong in the income statement with a yellow highlight, and items that belong in the balance sheet with a green highlight. So this is a technique that I suggest you start practicing as early as possible, because it's definitely something that will help you later on when you're having to process this data. So you'll see here there's several data items that flow onto the next page. Those 11 items is everything required to complete the income statement and the balance sheet for year 1, and then the data for the second year. And it turns out there's 13 items of data here, and that is what you need to complete the second year of income statement and balance sheet. There are some questions here. Don't worry too much about those for now. We're going to come back to answering those questions in detail later on. Really what we're doing is, in this part of the exercise, is we're doing items 1 and 2, which are the income statements and balance sheets. Scrolling further on, here you will see some grids for the income statements and balance sheets, and further down there's the balance sheets. This also contains the cash flow, and further down the ratios, which come a little bit later in our journey. Okay, so you'll be able to find that in your downloads file and dive on in to the All-Star numbers, and next time you hear my voice I will be reviewing those numbers that you have completed.